exactly 1 year since I knit my first ever garment, and here are 4 surprising things I learned along the way. By the way, I'm crocheting right now, I'm not knitting, but that's besides the point. The first surprising thing I learned was just how much my community could grow from having 2 fiber art skills instead of just 1. Obviously the crochet and knit communities overlap a little bit, but they don't overlap completely, and there's a completely new group of people, of designers, of yarn brands that really cater towards knitters and not just crocheters. I've had different types of yarn companies reach out to me, knitting tool companies reach out to me, and also just different brands that are more familiar with knitting that want to work with me because of my knitting skills and not my crochet skills. The second unexpected thing I learned is how much I actually like to buy really expensive yarn. When I knit, I usually am knitting pieces that I want to last forever, kind of timeless, things that I want to wear every day, like a cardigan. I feel like generally when I'm crocheting pieces that aren't completely one-off, but are just a bit less wearable on a day-to-day, like my sequin poncho, or my filet crochet top, or my beachy kind of pool tops. Not that I don't care what kind of yarn I use when I crochet, but I feel like, especially when you're talking about sweaters that you wear like once a week, investing in really high quality yarn is gonna help your pieces last and therefore save you time in the end. The third thing I learned about myself this past year of knitting garments is how delusional I am. I've just been so surprised at how much confidence knitting has gave me. I was intimidated by knitting for so long. I learned how to knit when I was like under the age of 10. I could never finish a project. I feel like this fear of like not being a finisher kind of followed me into my adulthood. And even before I started crocheting, I was nervous to start because I was like, I don't think I can even finish anything. What's the point? I obviously got past that with crochet, but I was so worried I wouldn't be able to get past it with knitting. And then when I did, I felt like I could literally do anything. I'm setting up for pottery classes now. I am just like going completely outside of my comfort zone with different opportunities. I feel like a huge part of that is gaining confidence with fiber arts and just like accomplishing things that I didn't think I could do a year ago. That's been really cool. And the last thing I've learned about myself that has surprised me is how much more certain I've gotten to my color palette and what looks good on me. And I don't know if this is like a direct result of knitting or just the fact that I've been like looking at myself on camera so much as a content creator this past year. I feel like knitting everyday sweaters, seeing how the different colors look on me, and maybe it's just like paying more attention to the colors I choose when I'm knitting, has really helped me know what colors work well on me and what colors don't. I'm very much a jewel tone girly. Navy blues like this. I would never wear like a plain pastel like this. I feel like it washes me out. But the jewel tones, the burgundies, the olive greens, the dark browns are very up my alley, and I feel like they emphasize my features a lot more than pastels do. Yeah, those are just 4 things I've learned in my year of knitting garments. Happy knitversary to me, and if you guys are also knitters, let me know what you're working on in the comments below.